hello. Welcome to my channel, Simply Soulful Vibrations. And I am Onika Deshay. I'm coming to you today to talk about releasing traumas in order to manifest. Why is this so important? Because in order to truly manifest the life that we deserve and we desire, we have to remove past hate, past anger, past resentment, past trauma, people who have harmed and hurt us. We have to let go of these things in order to be freely to receive the blessings that the universe has for us. So in order for you to manifest the life you truly desire, you have to open yourself all the way up and be able to receive the flow of abundance. And you are not able to do that if you're full of hurt and anger. So I'm just going to talk a little about my journey and what I went through and what I had to heal from. And I hope that this helps somebody. So, uh, growing up, for me, my journey hasn't been all easy. It hasn't. In order for me to find the peace that I have today, I had to heal from a whole lot of hurt and anger and just people that had wronged me, people that did me wrong, people that hurt me, people that harmed me, or people that talked down on me. I was holding a lot of that inside of me, and I had to heal from it. And that's why doing your shadow work is so important. When you come into spirituality, people will just want to jump in, and because it's trending right now, and that's not what's up. You actually have to do work here too. You have to do work in spirituality too, like you will anywhere else. It's not just no fad or no trend. It's really a lifestyle. And healing is one of the most important things that you're gonna have to do in order to be freely on your path. If that sounds right, about right. But I grew up, I have one sibling, but me and my sister, we grew up, and my mom, although my mom took care of us, I always remember my mom working 2 and 3 jobs to care for us, to support us financially. Even though we fell on hard times a lot, I never remember my mama being unemployed. And if she was, it was because she was sick and could not go to work. It was doctor's orders or something. But all my life, my mom had work. But growing up, I dealt with my mother being an alcoholic, and this is why breaking generational curses is so important, because it's stuff that a person go through in life, just like you go through something and you don't hear from it, you're gonna pass it on to your children. And this is why healing is so important. If somebody would have took my mom and gave her the help that she needed and healed her from all the things that she went through, being abused by different men, and I don't think my mom would have never became an alcoholic, or she would have never been abusive to me and my sister. And it took a lot. It took a lot for me to be where I'm at with my mom today. However, I love my mom dearly. Don't get me wrong, but it took a lot for me to. I had to forgive my mom for a whole lot that she did to me in the past, and understand that her life wasn't all easy either. That she was coming from a place that she didn't heal from. So I decided that I was going to start, you know, breaking those generational curses and healing myself, so that a lot of that will reflect on my children and my grandchildren. So I grew up, my mom worked a lot, so basically my grandma really raised me and my sister, and that was the she was the emotional support. While my mom was the financial support, she was the emotional support that we needed. And when she passed away, it's like my whole world died. So I grew up being angry at people. I grew up being let me see. I grew up angry as hell, and I had to just really be broken down and really heal from a lot of that and forgive a lot of people that had hurt me because I was holding on to so much. And when you forgive people, you are not forgiving them for them. You are not forgiving a person to help them. But however, you are forgiving them for you. You you could forgive a person and you don't have to love them and you sure don't have to like them. But it's important that you forgive them, and that way they're not holding on to a piece of you, because every person that we sit up and we hold hate against, it's like giving them person power, giving people power over us, and that's not good. To allow someone else to have that much power over you to where they could cause you your sanity, your mental health, your peace. I let people cost me that in my life because I grew up angry and hateful, and it's because the things that I had went through in my life. I got in a lot of trouble. I went to jail, in and out of jail, and it's a lot of me being angry and dealing with mental issues. I passed a lot of that. I'm not sad to say I passed a lot of that on to my kids, and because it wasn't good. It wasn't good. If someone would have, it started with my mom, and it started before my mom, but it started with my mom. And somebody would have took her and healed, and she would have took herself and healed from pain and past trauma. Then she wouldn't have passed that hurt and things on to me, and then I wouldn't have passed it on to my children. So this is why it's a must that you do your shadow work. It's a must that you take the time out to do meditation. It's a must that you take the time out and reflect on things. You have to dive deep, and this is the most painful part. And everybody want to jump into spirituality now because it's a trend. It's trending, and they're not really ready to do the work. You got to work over here too. Spirituality is not all fun and all like love and light like everybody want to portray it. You gonna have to do you gonna have to feel the pain over here too. So I'm just coming to you today to just say, if you are that person and you're holding on to regret and you're holding on to a lot of hurt, and people have wronged you, did you wrong, and did something to you, you need to forgive them. And you also need to forgive yourself for a lot of stuff that you allowed to happen, because it's a lot of situations that we allow to happen to us, and it only happened to us because we allowed it. That thing that people say, that everybody say a person can only do to you what you allow, a lot of that is true. We allow certain stuff to happen to us, and that's why we have to learn a lesson of feeling that pain, because we allow ourselves to be in certain situations that we didn't have to be in. And so this is why it's so important to talk about healing and doing the shadow work, and just diving deep and reflecting and going to healing from just getting the hate out your heart. That's what I had to do. I had to get a lot of hate out my heart for different people. I had to forgive a lot of people. I had to forgive my mother. I had to forgive my father was never in the picture, and he was very abusive to my mother from what I hear. That he almost killed her. I even had to forgive him. He don't know it, but I forgave him. And it was because if you don't, these people will always have attachments to you. They will always hold a power over you, and you don't want to allow no one to hold that much power over you to where a person could just come into your life and affect your day and affect whatever you're doing. And I used to let people come into my life and do that to me all the time, to where I would end up in jail due to the fact that I was so angry that I would just click off and destroy people, things, or destroy people. And I'm not ashamed to say, talk about nothing that I have been through. So I'm just going to allow y'all to follow me on my journey, and we're gonna heal. We're gonna heal, and I'm gonna be bringing to you a lot of things, and we're gonna talk about how I manifested my life and how I'm still manifesting, and how I have manifested money, how I dress my candles, how I do my rituals. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and I will be coming back with more. Thank you.